Today we're going to see a little bit of family content. We had to run to Birmingham, so the kids got to play a little bit. And I traded off my 3-car for a 2-car hauler, so you could see that. And I ran into a problem there with the guy. He's a good dude. Nothing there. What else? Got a black GX. We're finishing up the front lift. A little bit of rust prevention to look at there. And one of the comments was living out their dream, watching us on a dealership that was, I can't remember how he put it, but you know, that we're fair, God-fearing, and want to treat people right. So a little bit of how we're able to fund our cars, because it's not like my family's not like loaded or something, you know what I mean? My dad's, he drives a truck for a living. Nothing wrong with that, but it's not like we're just rolling in money. My mom has worked different factories for as long as I've been alive. Always had good work, at least. But, you know, not like we're just raking it in. So how do we fund these vehicles if I'm not just paying for them in cash? So we'll dive into that. Stay tuned. No skateboards required. Just give a kid a skateboard bowl and tell them to run around it. Birmingham. Sirens are blaring, helicopters flying everywhere. But it's a pretty little park down here. Got these skateboard little bowls. I don't know which it is. I'd break my neck, guarantee it. Got some little ponds and stuff in the middle of the city. Pretty cool little spot. Wifey's in a doctor appointment, checking up on her hip. Figured we'd out here and play a little bit. I'm always doing something. Well, ended up with a late night with that one. There goes my big trailer. It is out of here. Hold up. I had to run him down. He'd pulled the trailer light cord too tight, and it popped out as he was leaving the lot. But anyway, ran him down. We fixed it up. That was my 3-car trailer that I never used because I was over the DOT limits and it made me need a CDL anyway. And he had a 2-car trailer, which, can you see right there in my mirror? I guess I could get out. Not feeling like it tonight. Got a lot on my mind. So anyway, I'm gonna go take a ride. I don't know, anybody else ride around to clear their mind? Think a little bit. Radio up, windows down, etc. A little cold for that tonight. It's 50 out there. Put a 60-mile-an-hour wind behind it. It'll be pretty chilly. Anyway, that's what I did tonight. My plans never seem to work out the way I want them to as far as my time. But I'm fixing to give you guys a walk around. Well, the rest of this video will be daylight, so I'm gonna give you a walk around of what we got on the car lot right now. And I'll let you see what we got, and maybe discuss how I get each one of them and where they come from, so you can kind of see the split on where our vehicles come in and all that fun stuff. So anyway, let's get to that. And since I was trying to chase him down, I didn't actually get to show you my trailer, my new one. But here's my new trailer. And by the way, I showed you that it's blooming here. You know, like it was snowing the other day, and this is the craziness in the South. Let me know if y'all are the same way, but it was snowing and we had single digits and teens, and now it's 80 something. So yeah, welcome to Alabama. But here you go. This is my new baby. 2-car bumper pull. I would prefer a gooseneck, obviously, because I can put a gooseneck in a lot more places. As far as, hey, there's a Batman mask on here. I guess my kids have found it. I am Batman. Anyway, so boom, you put 2 cars on it. It's in, you know, pretty good shape, nothing too bad. I'd like to put me a spare on it, but heavy duty trailer and heavy to pull trailer, but I can put 2 cars on this one. little more flex than I like, but I mean, it's got a lot of supports built down this thing, and they're heavy supports. So anyway, this is my 2-car trailer. So hopefully it works out like I'd like it to. We'll see. Let me walk off the end of it, see if it lifts it up or not. Not fat enough. No, but she'll bounce. Good night. That's pretty cool. Anyway, looks like the kids are coming out. Let's go get them and get some stuff down to the shop and get going for the day. I know it's random, just popping up at the house, but my wife planted a bunch of cilantro last year. And now we have cilantro growing all in her yard. Stuff smells so good though. Oh man, you can make some awesome salsa with that. Some good stuff. Hey bud, what you doing?
Hey.
Huh? You ready to help me drive to the shop? You gonna drive? All right, let's do it. You ready? Let's go load up. Side note, somebody get this thing. I'll ship this thing anywhere. I got 35 in it. If I can get my 35, I'll let it go. Books out a lot closer to 40 to 19, 30,000 miles, Laramie. Thing is loaded. Like, it turns the other day when it was cold, it had the seat heater and the steering wheel heater on automatically for me when I cranked it with the old, you know, clicker from outside the remote start. Look at you, what are you doing? Let's see. You hanging on it? Can you get in? No? Somebody pick this thing up. I don't know what we're doing. It is 2-wheel drive. That is the only hang up here in the South, and I guess a lot of other places. Stop pulling, stop pulling, stop pulling. Thank you. I don't know. It seems to be the holdup on this one, on why it won't sell, is only because 2-wheel drive. But I know somebody wants a pretty truck that they can haul stuff in that's still 2-wheel drive. You're on this? You're on your lawnmower? Anyway, somebody needs it, hit me up. crutchfootball@yahoo.com or jlmauto.com. Isn't that awesome? Sit. Oh, come on, dude, sit down. I'll have to get on to him. But big brother, little brother. My big brothers were both a lot older than me, so didn't really grow up with them. But that's pretty cool. I remember riding in the back of a truck a lot when I was growing up. Did y'all? Throw it in the comments. Did you get to ride in the back a lot? No? Not do that? Did you have a truck? Ever? We had cows and horses and had a lot of hunting land and stuff, so we were always in a pickup truck. We liked riding in the back down the dirt roads. It was always nasty, but fun. Good memories. Didn't even realize I had that on my head. Anyway, this is what we own today. The one good thing about Southern trucks typically is no rust. Well, I didn't buy this one. This is the one I'm working on. It's been ate up. Plenty of rust areas. But this dude is whooping me today. I can usually take off the sensor. I had to break it off. I can usually get the top nut loose and get that bracket off. Oh no. We've resorted to this. Anyway, I'm ready to get this black one done and out of here. Because it's Maverick's turn. We got most of Maverick's parts in. Waiting on a few things, but I'm fixing to be able to dive headlong into getting Maverick done. But oh, this one's kicking my tail today. Let's see what we can't do. Booyah, I will not be denied. Oh, my sweat. Good night. Whatever, it's hot out here. I told you I was like 10 degrees, now it's 80 something. And I haven't hooked my fan up yet. I gotta close this thing in and get some air conditioning going. Anyway, we're still working on the 1,500 subs giveaway. So one video back. Make sure you get that done before Wednesday, the 17th. And yeah, get that done so that you can get entered, get some recovery points, or cash if you don't need recovery points. But anyway, we're gonna give somebody something, so you better get in there. Anyway, let's get this thing finished up. And more reason I don't mess with rust. Look at that. That's the bolt holding in the bottom of the shop. Good night. That is terrible. Something else I like to do is I've hit, well, I still got to hit it right there, but I've hit most everything with a wire brush. Gonna knock a little bit more of this old rust and just scaling stuff off. And Mr. Steve that owns Maverick there that's going to New York, suggested pour 15, POR 15, I believe. This truck's staying in the South, so we're just going to paint it with a rust inhibitor, or Rust-Oleum or whatever I've got over there that will keep it from rusting back. But I mean, this thing was just caked. Now, the frame looks good, but right in here, it just makes it difficult to work with. But I'll clean that up, and this is what's going in the front. I've already assembled these, little Eibach action, and then we're putting a bumper on the front. This thing should be ready to go. So I'm ready to see what those wheels on it. I know everybody else is. I may go ahead and throw the wheels on it in this video, depending on how quick I get done today. I got a lot of stuff happening later, so we'll see. So I know it's still wet, so it's hard to tell much, but that looks a lot better through there. And that spindle as well. So that's a little something I like to do. Just hopefully keeps it from going any worse. That struts, or that front mount support there for the radiator and everything, I might have to cut the bottom out of that thing. Not looking too hot there. Probably have to cut it and weld in a new piece. Wasn't expecting that, but the customer will get to decide what he wants to do there. But let's get this strut in. Or actually, I'm gonna let that dry. I'm gonna do the other side, then I'm gonna do this strut. Well, I am taking you guys all over the place today. Currently, I'm headed to work at the fire station. Whoa. Whoa. My gimbal's doing what it wants to do, I guess. Anyway, man, that sunrise is pretty. I would turn you around, but by the time I dip below the hill now, you can't see it. And the sunrise just never look as good on camera for some reason. So you gotta get up yourself. Like, I can't tell you how many sunrises my wife's ever seen. She usually likes to sleep a little later than sunrise. But anyway, so let's discuss a little bit about how I fund vehicles. Like, how I even got started. One of your comments was that I'm living out a future dream of an honest dealership, and very nice comment about my family and such. But that's all it was for me too, was a dream. That there's no way I can make that happen. So how do I fund them? Do I just have buku-doodles of cash just laying around to fund these vehicles? No. Did I just come into cash all of a sudden? No. And what I did can get you in a bind if you don't do it right. I found that out personally. You got to do a good mix of it. You got to be picky on what you buy initially, because if it doesn't sell, you're going to be paying a lot of interest. But I use what's called floor plans. Floor planning is it's funding for dealerships. So what's that look like? All right, let's say I purchase one. We'll start with auctions. They like auctions the best. It's easy. I go into the auction. There's 1,500 cars out there. I bid on the ones that I want. If I win them, I go back inside. When I'm done, they write up it's all electronic. You got your bid badge and everything, so they know what you've bid on and which bids you've won and which ones are if sales, which means you got close to what the seller wanted, but maybe not quite hit that number. And so now you got to go back and forth with the seller and see if you can work a deal. Let's say I got 3 of them, put them all on the floor plan. Say they were $10,000 cars each. Well, there's a buy fee at the auction for each vehicle. The auction's going to make their money. It's about, on a $10,000 car, probably $350, $400, maybe. They've gone up recently, so I'm guesstimating right now. So you floor plan that whole price and amount. Some floor plans will actually floor your transportation fees. So if you buy from ACV, which is an online auction, they will floor the transportation fees to get it to you if you bought the car in the Midwest or wherever, and they give you a per mile delivery fee. So you can floor plan all of that, which is fine. It's great, except the interest. It's almost loan shark like in the interest that they have. Case in point, I took a Tundra in on trade. This Tundra was, how much was the Tundra? About 40? About 40. So I floor planned it. I obviously don't have 40 G's just sitting around yet. We're gonna get there, right? Right, we're gonna get there. But I didn't have 40 G's just sitting there, so I couldn't just pay for that trade in cash. What did that dude cost me to sit on my lot for 2 months? So that sat there for 60 days before I sold it. And the Ram that I'm in now is what I traded for it. And exactly why I went to River Fall Credit Union, which is a local credit union here. Nose itching. Local credit union to me, why did I go to them? Because they don't cost me nearly as much interest. It's 10% up to like 15% depending on which floor plan company you go with and how aggressive they are. But that's not the only part. There's other fees they tack on. There's about $180 worth of fees that I'm going to get hit with immediately, no matter how much interest there is. So that one truck cost me in fees and interest for 2 months $1,000. Not just my payments were $1,000. That was my cost. So $1,000 for just one truck. Whoa, I'm losing you. My gimbal may be dying. $1,000. Yeah. So imagine you've got a 30 car lot. You better be moving some cars or your payments are fixing to be up there, because they have what's called curtailments on some of these plans. The curtailment will be 10% on the first payment, 10% of the total amount floored on your first payment plus interest after the first 60 days. And then it's 30 days later, 5% plus interest. And 30 days later, 5% plus interest. And then after that, boom, you got to pay off the car. So you better have sold it. The other one is another floor plan I use. They don't do curtailments, but they do the same style interest. It's a high interest. So that was what allowed me in the beginning especially to get nicer inventory than what I could possibly afford. They want you to have that money in the bank, but they know that most dealers don't have that much money already sitting there in the bank. As long as there's collateral to cover it, i.e. the vehicles that you have put on the floor plan that they can come and take from you if you don't make payments, they're still good with it. But very, very high interest. Very high interest. And it costs, like, I can't remember how much I paid last year just to the floor plans. Not interest, just fees. It was a large amount. We sold 100 and something cars last year. I guess. I really don't know how many we sold in 2020. I need to look that number up. I've been so busy and had so much stuff going on that I haven't even looked it up. But 2019, we sold over 100 cars. I feel like we probably did better than that in 20, even with the pandemic. I don't know. There were some months that we got strapped and didn't hardly do anything. So probably not. Maybe we didn't sell as many. I'll look that number up. Maybe throw it in the end of the video or something. But anyway, those floor plans are what are going to allow, if somebody like yourself wants to start a dealership and you don't just have a private lender or an investor to come alongside you, floor plans are an option. But you've got to be smart with it. You don't want to get inventory that's going to sit. If it sits, it costs. And if it costs, it's costing you what you need to be making in profit to pay for your overhead, to pay for any employees you have, to pay for everything, and to ultimately make a profit in business. So you've got to be really careful with using these floor plans, but they are usable, and you could use those. I just wanted to kind of give you a little bit of, whoa, that arm is getting tired holding that thing. What my experience is with them, that yes, they're nice to have. I'm trying my best to get off of them right now. Currently I've got one car off of the floor plan and paid off completely that I know of. The others I've got, I don't know, I've only got maybe 5 floor plans with the floor plan companies, and then the rest are with Riverfall. So if you can find a local bank or a local credit union, the problem with that is it's going to go on your personal credit almost. Woo, get you a little 392 Hemi. That's pretty. Anyway, it's going to go on your personal credit. So you're moving a lot of numbers on your personal credit, so it can make other lending a little tougher to get. So be careful with that. If you can find a bank or credit union that will work with your business, that's awesome. I can't find a bank around here that will work with a dealership. Why? There have been other dealers that have absolutely jacked them up. Check kiting, that kind of thing, with not sending in the right titles, not having the titles, having sold the vehicle but not paying it off. And anyway, being shady. That's the exact thing we're trying to change in the car industry with what we do. Is, hey, quit being shady, quit doing dumb stuff. So the only 2 bad reviews I've got on Google came from people that I couldn't help. One dude was just mad at us online. He's never even been to the dealership. Comes on there and gives us a 1 star. You can go read that one. That one was funny. So, dude, anyway. And the other one was a BMW. My tech checked it over. I checked it over. I'd been driving it, hadn't had any issues. But that engine had been deemed needing a replacement by BMW in the past, and that did not show up on AutoCheck or Carfax. And she wanted to check the BMW. I said, cool. So I did that. She drove up to get it. Well, that's when we found out that BMW had deemed it needing a replacement, and that it didn't show up on the Carfax or the AutoCheck. So she was mad, understandably. I tried to pay for her rental and everything that she had used to come up, but she blocked us on everything. And I even responded to the review hoping she would see it and say, hey, please let me pay for your rental and compensate you for your time, that kind of thing. So that's the kind of dealership we want to be, is that do it right, don't be shady. But it's still hard to find a bank that's going to try and trust you and do those things with you. It's just not going to happen, unfortunately. So that's just, it is what it is. But I'm probably not going to get to show you the cars like I wanted to. I'll probably you probably won't even see this until a day or 2 after I'm done at work anyway. So, but I am headed to the firehouse this morning. I'm still looking for cars. I'm still paying a $250 referral. If you find a vehicle that would fit our needs, like you know it's a good price, a good deal, it's not rebuilt, it's a GX Land Cruiser 100, even a 200 if it's right. If you see Sequoias, that kind of thing. Newer trucks, GM and Ford. Ford's 2010 and up. GM's mostly 14s and up are what's moving for us, but I'll look at anything above an 07. If it's a good deal, even with transport, and you know it, I pay a $250 referral fee for everyone that I can make a deal on. So we can hook you up. I got Venmo, PayPal, Cash Out. We can make it happen. So y'all be looking for me, because we're low on cars. I've got 1, 2, 3, including the ones that are at my tech getting ready to come out. I've got like 10 cars left. That's not enough. It's tax time. I should have a bunch of cars. I don't. Anyway, where we're at. Just the market. You cannot buy cars right now. Auctions are insane. Did I tell you guys what I saw in 09 at GX470 at Manheim, Dallas, with Manheim being one of the car auctions? Had about 100,000 miles, so lower mileage, 09. Almost $19,000. Actually, I didn't see it. Somebody else was telling me about that one, but he was sitting there watching it thinking that he could get it, you know, around 14, which would be a decent price for that year and the mileage. No bueno. 19 at a dealer auction. Woo! Y'all crazy. Anyway, that's all I got. I don't know what else I'm going to show you for the day. I didn't get to finish up that GX. My parents will be coming for a visit. So I don't think I'll get to show you the other GX, the black one finished, in this video. I will show it to you. I will finish it up this next week, but I need to keep the content rolling. Hello, there's my phone case. But to do that, I think I'll finish this video here. And anyway, there's a helicopter just sitting out over an empty bean field. I don't know what he's doing. Strangeness. But anyway, I wish I had a helicopter. I'd like to be a pilot. That'd be so cool. You guys are so awesome. Anyway, I'm going to cut it off now and quit rambling. I hope you guys have a great weekend, and we'll catch you next time. God bless.